What's up, guys? Check this out, man. I got a lot of emotion right now, and I just gotta shoot a video right now because I gotta convey what's going on to you, what's going on right now in my mind, because it might be the same spot where you're at or something that you've been thinking about, and I just gotta get this shit off my chest. So I told you guys in the last video about Dynasty Fab and me and my brother creating this welding and fabrication aerospace automotive company. So 3 months ago, we got business cards made, very infancy of the business. I took a picture of him welding in his garage and this little piece of shit welder for, multi-million-dollar companies sending this product out. And I was like, dude, this is going to change your life. This one picture, you'll be able to see it, in 10 years, and you'd be like, damn, that's where it all started. So at this point, we got a building. We rented a building a few months ago. We've been working a little bit, but he works a full-time job. So my brother, just a little bit of background about my brother. He's 3 years younger than me. He went to welding competitions in high school. He won a couple welding competitions, and then he got put in right to a aerospace company, a big multi-million-dollar company. And by 24, he was running the entire shop floor, and he's been doing it ever since. Now he's moved up to this huge company. He's on a six-figure salary, and he's 29. He's 29 years old. So we recently got hooked up with a couple different bigger companies for Dynasty, for our own business. So today he had to send out his resignation letter, and man, it's an emotional time, dude, because it's like there's some point where the entrepreneur, the hustler in you takes over and just says, fuck it, man. Like, it's time to create my own destiny and do this on my own. It doesn't matter what you're making or whatever. I mean, my brother's got so much going on, personal stuff that he went through, that he doesn't have tons of financial backing or anything like that. He's starting from zero. He's starting from zero, giving up a six-figure job, six-figure salary to just go out on his own and make it, man. And he called me last night. We met, we talked about this, right? So he's pacing around my island in my kitchen, man. I'm so nervous. What am I going to do? What if this? What if that? And I was like, bro, you got this, man. You got this. You got this. And, we got enough, between the two of us, we got it all covered. We got hooked up with big companies. They're sending us a lot of work. We did 60,000 last month, profited like 30. Now everything in their business is 60 or 90 days, so it takes a while to get paid. So during this time, we're still ordering materials and we're in the negative as far as that business goes. But my brother texted me this morning. He's like, I just wrote the email and sent it. And then I texted him a little while later. I said, how did it go? And he said, I haven't sent it yet. And then he called me. I'm sick to my stomach, man. I'm sick to my stomach. I'm outside smoking cigarettes constantly because I'm so fucking sick of what's going to happen and going into the unknown. And at some point, you just got to break free, man. You got to break free and say, you want to create your own destiny. That's the hustler, man. That is what's inside you, and you have to feed it. It's a fucking addiction. It is addiction to succeed and to keep going and keep getting it. And that one day where you make that step, and it's so nervous because you got a family, you got kids, you got people that depend on you, you know what I'm saying? And when I did this, I mean, I was the same way, sick to my stomach. I wanted to puke. I had to send the person that showed me the ropes and created the knowledge and the emotion and what I put into my business today. They created this, and I had to send them the same email saying, you know what, I'm done. This is it. I'm going on my own. There's not a money, or there's nothing that you can do for me. And now I'm free, and you're free. You don't have to answer to anybody. You get to create your own destiny. But the time is now. Tony Robbins said the road to someday leads to the land of nowhere. And that's fucking true, man. Think about it. Everybody says, someday I'll do this. Someday I'll have this. Someday I'll retire. Someday, I'll have a company. Someday I'll be profitable. Someday I'll be a millionaire. Someday. And 10 years later, you're doing the same shit. You're stuck in the same boat. And that's what I told him. I said, Zach, you're not going to get anywhere further than you are today when you stay there. You need to jump off the ship, man. You got it. You created Dynasty. We've made it. We've bought the tools. We got the connections. Let's do this. It's time to go, man. It's time to go. So he finally just sent me an email saying, bro, I sent it. And I just sent him back, congratulations. This is what it's all about, man. Survival. Humans have a crazy need for survival, man. They have crazy fucking thirst. When we're put in a bad spot, we crawl out of it. Think about all the past times, you and myself especially, that have been through, like sleeping outside, had nowhere to take a nap, no bed to lay in to take a nap. And now it's like, you got all the opportunities in the world because you just took that step. You know, you took that step. You took your family and your friends and all your loved ones on the roller coaster with you to back you up. And then it's time to go, man. It's go time. So if you're in that place now, I just want you to think about it. A lot of people text me or write comments, you know, that, you know, I'm thinking about starting my business. I just started. I'm thinking about starting next month. The time is now, man. The time is now. Once you're thirsty and you're hungry and you're out there and you're getting it and it's survival mode, you'll be up. As soon as that alarm goes off, you're jumped out of bed. It's time to go. It's time to get it. Because that human instinct, that hustler, that entrepreneur inside of us builds. And then at some point, you got to feed it. You got to feed it. You got to break away, man. You got to break away. So it's a lot of emotion, you know. And I'm worried for my brother too, because he's my little brother, man. I've looked out for him since, you know, we're only 3 years apart, you know, so we grew up together. He's seen what I did and where I came from, and he's seen the whole thing, you know. He's the only person, besides my wife. But, dude, it's powerful shit, you know, because I'm sitting here, you know, I sat in my bed last night, you know, talking to my wife. I was like, man, I'm just nervous for him. I hope this goes good. And in the back of my mind, I know there's no failure. Failure's not an option. He's built just like I am, and he's got me to back him up. So, I mean, it's just that interior, like that fire that burns, and you just got to feed it, man. You got to feed it. And when that time calls and you're questioning, should I quit? Should I go on my own? I'm scared. You got to literally jump off a cliff, and you expose yourself to the entire world because you have nobody to back you. There's no more paycheck. It's on you. You're in shape of your own destiny. But the beautiful thing is, a couple years down the road, bam, you know, it's like you focus, you try, you hustle, you grind, and you don't take no for an answer. We're out here and we're getting it, man. And that's what I told him. I said, a year from now, you're going to laugh just like I did at the feeling that you're having today at where you got to on your own. You don't need it, man. You don't need the leash anymore. At some point, you got to unhook the leash and run the fuck out of the yard, man, and get out there and get it. And if that's where you're at, you got to do it, man. You got to do it because you're only getting older. And, you know, I always look back. I wish I would have started my company when I was 21, when I was considering it. You know, I was considering it, and then I was in charge of all the crews, and I was supposed to take over this company and all this extra shit, you know, and I fed into that, you know, like I fed into it. And then one day I was just like, that's enough, man. That's enough. If I'm building this business, I'm running this entire operation of multiple crews, scheduling, estimates, I'm doing it all. Why am I not doing it for myself at some point? You just gotta harness that. And if you're not one of those persons, not in that position, that doesn't mean you can't create your own destiny. You know what I'm saying? You can work for somebody else, make six figures, take the money that you're creating and build a rental business on the side, or start building houses or building apartments or investing in other arenas. And you can build it too. You know, if you love your job and you're not one of those people that is ready to just go out and do it. And it's not for all of us, man. It's in here, man. Oh man, you know, the emotion it's crazy. It's nerve wracking because once he texted me this stuff and I was coaching him through it. Listen, this is what we got to do. It's the same stuff I'm telling you right now. I got that feeling in my stomach too, man. Like that same feeling. And until you've done it and you've created it, then you don't really know that feeling, you know? And I know people think about it. You're thinking about quitting. You're thinking about resigning. But he's taking a six-figure job, throwing it in the trash with nothing because of all the stuff that he went through. And it's time to go. It's go time. And I said, Zach, it's go time, man. You've already created Dynasty. We've got cards. We're getting a landing page. We've got work for multi-million-dollar global companies that are feeding us constantly. We've already done it. All you got to do is commit to it now. You can't work part-time at Dynasty and fill this whole job at the same time. It's not possible, you know? I watch Shark Tank a lot, and they always say, are you a full-time entrepreneur or a part-time entrepreneur? They don't want to work with anybody that's a part-time entrepreneur because you can't make it like that. Eventually, you got to break out of your shell, get out there, and you got to get it. You got to feed that animal and feed that demon inside there because he's hungry. And if you're a hustler like me and you got that fire to just succeed and you just push through walls, every time a wall comes, you push that motherfucker over and you push it over and you keep going and you keep going, you will land in the same spot or better. You know, that's how we've all done it, man. You know, when you listen to audiobooks, you listen to Mark Cuban and Grant Cardone and all these guys, Tony Robbins, they'll tell you the story of them coming up, and it's a powerful story because it's realistic, it's true. You took the plunge, you took the plunge and you said, enough is enough. I'm done with this. I'm done with that. I'm done with all the negative shit in my life, and I'm ready to move forward. And when that focus is there, instead of the maybes, or, you take that focus from your shitty job and you put it all into what you're building, it's so powerful, man. It's so powerful. You can do it, man. You can do it. My brother's going to do it. You guys are going to. And it's cool, too, because I get to film all this shit and film all the emotion. And you'll literally watch over the next 2 years a business go from a garage, literally him welding in a garage on a $2,000 welder, to all these machines in a multi-million-dollar company, because that's what we're going to build. We're going to build it. And you'll be able to see the progression, how fast it's going to grow. And once he puts his mind in, and I'm part of it too, I get to do with all the financials, the advertising, the marketing, make sure all the insurances are right. That's what I'm good at. I build business. It's going to be incredible, man. And you guys get to witness that, and I'll be glad to share it with you. And I'll be glad when my brother, moves in, his house, that's next to mine. And, it's just cool. It's just really cool. But I just wanted to create that emotion for you. And it's rainy. Look at it, it's shitty outside. I really wanted to come to the back of this place and just shoot a video outside, but I didn't want my camera to get all wet. So that's where I'm at, man. I just wanted to share that shit with you. But it's time. If you're thinking about it, considering it, you got to put the shit in place, and it's time to go. It doesn't matter what you're doing, what industry you're in. Entrepreneurs need to grow. You need room to grow. You can't grow part-time, man. You can't grow shit. You need to let go, get out there and get it. Jump off the cliff and make it happen, because you can do it. You already know you can. He knows he can. He told me, he's like, I'm not worried about it. He's like, I just feel sick to my stomach telling these people that brought me from high school to where I'm at today that I'm out of here, And it's like, dude, for sure, for sure. He's got all these bills, all this shit that he's got to pay for, and he's on his own now, man. As of today, he's on his own right now. He's on his own. He's going to Dynasty, our little shop that we rented, and he's going to start working on his business, man. And it's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing. And in this country, we get to do whatever, if you want to start a business, you can quit and you can start a business. You can build it as big as you want, man. And it's a beautiful thing. So I wanted to share this emotion with you guys, man, because I keep saying the same thing over and over, but it's powerful. And I'm fired up, man. I'm fired up for him. I'm fired up that it's his freedom and it's his own destiny now. He gets to write his own book instead of writing somebody else's. That's really cool. So I want to hear your stories too. Let me know, man. Let me know. But you could do it. It's time to break out. It's time to get that shit out of you, man. Get that hustler. Let the hustler come out and kill it, because it's in all of us. You just got to access it. And the way to access it is to be free. Cut all ties, and you're on your own, man. You're on your own. So that's all I got. I'm out here doing quotes. I'm fired up. It's fucking raining. But nevertheless, I get to watch this shit unfold, and I get to build this business with him, and that's cool, man. So you guys stay up, get out there, kill it, and cut the chain, man. Cut the chain. Let's get it. Let's fucking get it. So check it out. I'm here at my brother's shop. Well, I guess we own it together. We started a welding and fabrication company. Started working with some big global players. They're sending us work. It's kind of like construction, like they subcontract. They call it outsource. They outsource weld work and fab work and building work so that, they can, they'll send us these big packages of all these different welds and machining that we have to do. We'll quote it out, send it back, and then it's a yay or a nay. So it's very similar, and I'm still learning this business because I'm very new in this, but it's very similar to construction or roofing or anything else that you do where you subcontract work from bigger companies while you're building your own company. All the companies that are multi-million-dollar global companies that do automotive and aerospace, they can't do it all in-house. So to do, the 50 or 100 or 200 million that they do a year, they outsource all the work. So what we do is we'll, exchange cards, or we just walk in shops. Me and my brother got dressed up. We walked in all these global shops, handed out our cards, made a little brochure, introduced ourselves. Usually you're just getting a secretary at the desk. You don't, usually get to talk to the big dogs. But every now and then they'll give us the outsourcing manager's number, and we can call them, send them an email of our insurances, our certifications, and our qualifications, I guess, our spec sheet of what we can do and what we're capable of doing. So as I'm learning this business, it's cool because it's very similar to what we do already. My brother's been doing this his entire life. So as far as like running a fab shop and running guys and welding, and I'm more of the business and financial side. So we make a really good team of how we're going to build this. Plus, when I walk into somewhere, I'm pretty good at just talking and just, feeling somebody out and, getting them to give us some business. So at this point, we're rolling, man. We're rolling. We got a lot of work going on. I mean, I think we did 65,000 last month. It was the first month, that we've actually like tried. Got out there, got contacts, and now we're attached to all these whales. We're like suckerfish on the side of these whales swimming through the ocean, and we're just sucking work right out of them. So it's very similar to what we do in our trade work when we're developing and building our company, is we're subcontracting, keeping our crews busy, keeping our guys busy. We just hired 3 employees. They all put in their 2 weeks notice. So within 2 or 3 days, or 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to be loaded with 4 guys and start working. So I'm going to take you through the shop. Check it out. It's nothing big yet, man. We just, moved from a garage to a shop a few months ago. So we're working away and, building something bigger. We're looking at a bigger shop pretty soon here with a crane on the ceiling. We need, 10 to 15,000 square foot warehouse. We got a lot of machines going on and going in. So let's see what's going on in here. So this is what we're working with. See, these are shipping containers that they build houses out of. So they cut them out and they frame them, and then they put them together and they build houses. Yeah, basically that's what they do. We got some machines here. Now this is not our space. This is the building owner's space here. So this is what we got going on. My brother over there. This is a hood that we're working on. Obviously, it's just getting put together. There's a lath there. Doing a little welding over there. So we got a mess going. What's up, bro? This is where it all goes down, man. These are our welding machines that we bought. The other one's over there. So we're just starting out, man. We're just getting going, getting machines. Put some tools together right now. Got all these brackets. And we got these tubing here. We're gonna build a frame for this hood that we're making. It's gonna be a big exhaust hood, like something you put over your kitchen stove, but it's more for industrial size. So again, everything comes with blueprints and tolerances, just like we do at our shop. Huh? Yeah, we got a whiteboard going. Loaded. That's about it, man. That's what we're working with. This is our operation for now. We'll be upsizing pretty soon here, so that'd be cool because I can walk you through from a beginning to an end, a complete beginning to end of a business, where we very started in our infancy, and we will gradually, get bigger and stronger. So that's all I got, man.